Aloha everyone, and welcome back to Aloha Jen's Beauty Blog. For those of you that are new here, hi, my name is Jen and I am a licensed esthetician in the state of California. Well, welcome to my Medicube Age R Booster Pro 30-day challenge. Not really a challenge, I just want to test it for 30 days and see if this device is not just a one-time love or if it's actually going to produce results. Now, I have a disclaimer here. With this device, I will not be using the DermaShot mode, which is the electrical muscle stimulation, on my face. I will only be using it on my jawline and on my neck and in my traps and right here underneath my collarbone for my skin. And the reason being is I have thin skin, I have sensitive skin that's prone to broken capillaries, and electrical muscle stimulation is just way too strong for my skin. If you have thin skin, if you have sensitive skin, if you are prone to broken capillaries, I would highly advise you not to use electrical muscle stimulation on your facial skin. If you have thicker skin, if your skin is not sensitive, if you are not prone to broken capillaries, then yes, by all means, use it. Also, I highly would advise you to not use it around your eye area. I just don't think that this should be used around the eyes no matter what. Electrical muscle stimulation is really strong and the skin around our eyes is really thin, especially under here, and things can happen. So I would advise you not to use it around your eyes. I don't even like it on the sides here, and I definitely do not like it on my forehead. So I just completed my treatment, which you guys are going to go into about 10 minutes ago, and this is my skin after. My skin looks so good. I am really rosy in my cheeks from all that stimulation. My pores look amazing. Every time I've used this device, I just look at my skin and I'm like, wow, it looks so good. So far, I love the 3 modes, the booster mode, microcurrent mode, and air shot mode. Those are my favorite. I do like the DermaShot mode. I like it on my neck in those larger muscles that are actually connected to bone, not the muscles in my face. And it seemed to do really good on my jawline today, as my jawline looks really good. Like you could barely see my jowls there. So I do like it for my jawline. So if you are looking for something to help with your jawline, I am seeing results, but we'll see how long this will last. And what I will do is I'll pop on midweek and I'll do another treatment with you guys, and we can take, a look at my skin and see if we see any difference with the firmness and the tightness. So there's that. Now, I have a couple of things before we get into a little bit more of this device. This is going to be a long video because I'm demonstrating each mode on this in one full video. So if you guys want to follow along, you can. So if you are sensitive, say you've used microcurrent like the new face, and you notice that even at level 1, it's kind of like you get headaches or migraines because it's so strong. Well, if you are sensitive to the new face, even at the lower levels, I'm going to say that you're going to be sensitive to this. Sometimes when I use this, especially if I'm using it all the modes at once, I can get a slight headache, like it's too much electricity. And that's why I say, in certain modes, they say that you can use it 2 or 3 times a day, like microcurrent and the DermaShot mode. I just think that is way too much stimulation in your muscles, in those cells, too much buzzing, and I don't think you're going to get as good as results. I think it can actually counteract your results because it's just way too much energy. And I wouldn't be using those modes every single day because more isn't better and more isn't going to get you faster results, okay? So just be mindful of that. I know that they say that they have clinical studies and whatnot, but every person is different, and It's not that I say that I don't trust their studies that you can use it that much. I just know from personal experience, I don't even recommend using microcurrent every day. I recommend using it every 48 to 72 hours, depending on the device. But if you are sensitive to like the NuFace, you will be sensitive to this device. Just so you know, you can maybe focus on, doing one mode a day, just play around with it and see what works best for you. And that's the same thing I will have to say about the Foreo Bear. So I did pick up the Bear too, and I do love it and I see great results in my skin, but it is strong. So for me, I can't use the NuFace because the NuFace is too strong and it causes me to get migraines. And I have to say that the Foreo Bear is pretty strong too. So if you are sensitive to the NuFace at level 1, I wouldn't recommend this for you, okay? That's just me, and from my experience and knowing how I have had issues with certain devices in the past. But I do love the Foreo Bear. It would not be my main microcurrent device. It's just something that I will use for when I want a quick treatment or to travel with. I don't think I could use this for 30 days because it's just not my preferred way of doing microcurrent. And it's just microcurrent, even though it has the T-sonic pulsations and the different forms of microcurrent. I want more from my microcurrent than this. I want it to really work in my skin. And this does, work in the skin with the T-sonic pulsations, and it makes it nice and plump and juicy. But I prefer my Pico toners, or my Pico toner, my Jane Man Professional Lift microcurrent unit, and my special edition. Those are my all-time favorites. But I wanted to pick this up and test it out because a lot of you have requested me to pick these both up and test them out and to give you my opinion. If you are looking for a handheld microcurrent and you just really want to focus on lifting and toning, if you want something to travel with, this is great to travel with. It's very user friendly. I will say that you should take into consideration that it is better to use this with the app than just on its own. If you want to see more results and to get the most of this, you want to connect it to the app. So there's that. Now with your Medicube Booster Pro, you can use it without the app. The only time that you really need to use the app with this device is if you want to change your LED light on the modes. So for instance, if you're going to, use all of the modes, or maybe like 2 or 3 of the modes on this device, and you don't want to use the particular LED light that they have for that mode, you can go into your app and you can change the LED light for the device. And like say maybe if you don't want to use a separate red light and you want to use red LED light therapy on this, and having that red LED light therapy on the skin for like 2 to 3 minutes isn't going to really do much. But if you're going to use more than one mode, then you can switch all the different modes that you're going to use to just using that LED light color of choice instead of the ones that are selected on the device. Now, with this device, let me turn it on. Booster mode. It always goes on booster mode. So your light here around the edge and right here is for decoration. The main source of the LED is right there in the center, just so you know. Now, I watched this video. I'll post it down below in the comments of the gentleman who designed this Booster Pro device. And it's in Korean, but there's captions, but it's very interesting for you guys to watch. If you are interested in this device or you have this device, I would suggest watching it if you want to know more in detail about it. So I did purchase this on my own. By the way, Medicube did not send this to me. Medicube has not sent me anything in probably like over a year or year and a half. I purchase all my Medicube products on my own, and this video is done on my own. Now, With this device, what you get in the box. Okay, so mine's unpackaged here. So this is what the cover looks like. The device is packaged in here, and when you get it, it has a plastic sheath over it, and it looks like this in your box. You take it out, you have this instruction sheet that's on top of the box, and then you get this box. So in this box, there is this flap that goes in, and then you have your manual. And at the very first top, when you open the box, is you have your charging cable. It is USB-C. And how you charge it is you have this little flap right here that you open, like the other Medicube devices. You open and you put your charge cord in there, and then you plug this into a USB plug port, whether it be your computer, a block, whichever, and then you let it charge, and then you're charging. It has a circle and it tells you how much of the percentage of your battery life is here. And this doesn't light up. Everything is right here on the LCD screen. So you close that back up. Now in the manual, it's pretty nice. It doesn't tell you how to use each mode, but you know, this has 5 LED lights. You have blue, orange, green, red, and purple. However, in the manual, it calls blue blue. In the app, it says blue is aqua, and to me, it does look aqua. So aqua is great for broken capillaries, inflammation, sensitive skin. You have orange light, which is in your booster mode. You have green light, which they use on microcurrent mode. So let's see, I forgot. Orange light is like calming and great for radiance. And then you have the green light, which is calming and brightening of the skin. Red is your anti-aging mode, to where you know, it helps with collagen stimulation, fine lines and wrinkles. And then you have the purple light, which is only available within the app to change on your device. So purple is more for cell regeneration. So your booster mode is your radiance mode and for product penetration. Your microcurrent mode in here isn't like your typical microcurrent, to where it's for lifting and toning the skin. The microcurrent in here is mainly for fine lines and wrinkles and volume care of the skin. So think skin plumpness. Your DermaShot mode, they say, is for elasticity, but it's also for that lifting and firming. And then you have your AirShot mode, which is for pore care. So it helps with exfoliation and also keeping the oil control in your pores and helping to improve the appearance of your pores and the texture of your skin. It's similar to micro needling. And then your booster mode uses electroporation for pushing those products deeper into the skin. So those are the different modes on here. And when you turn it on, just like this, booster mode. Your first mode is your booster mode, and you use your mode button here to switch between the modes. Microcurrent mode is number 2. Number 3 is DermaShot. And number 4 is AirShot. And as you can see, it's an aqua light more than a blue light. So when you're in your mode of choice, you use the power button to increase the intensity. And with every mode on this device, I would suggest that you start out with level 1 and you work your way up. However, when you're working around your eyes and you're working around your mouth, because these are very sensitive areas, you always want to stick between level 1 and 2, okay? Just depending on your skin. I cannot believe how good my skin looks. When I used this on, I think I used it Thursday night, when I woke up in the morning, my skin looked so good. It was so plump and juicy. I did have a little bit of lift here, and I only used the DermaShot on my jawline level 1. However, it didn't last, you know, it lasted till about lunchtime, and then, you know, it kind of just like went back to normal. But I used level 3 here today and I got more definition. However, you start out at level 1 and work your way up. I will say that on level 1, it has like that tapping sensation on the DermaShot mode. And then when the higher you go up, I haven't gone beyond level 3. It kind of slows down that tapping sensation. And I am quite impressed with how the electrical muscle stimulation feels on the skin. It doesn't feel too bitey, but it doesn't feel too jerky. Now you'll notice, like when I use this on my trap on level 3, I grabbed it and my whole shoulder just like jerked up. So it is strong. And just think about that, you know, when you're using this on your face. That's why I don't like to use it on my facial skin, and I don't recommend electrical muscle stimulation. I don't care what the studies say. I just know from experience with my skin and others that have had issues with electrical muscle stimulation. And there are a lot of pros now who are advising against it. Just so you guys know, I don't want to get into like, you know, this deep negative conversation and attract trolls on that. It's just my feelings on it. Okay. I'm just giving you my opinion because I can. So I will say that the EMS mode is pleasant. It doesn't hurt your teeth, but I'm still just not really a fan of that. And that's why I will be sticking mainly with the other 3 modes on my facial skin. So I did take a before video, and then at the end of 30 days, I'll do an after video so we can compare the difference, and we will go from there. But I really hope you enjoy this first round of this device. Now, in my midweek check-in and my midweek treatment, I will film it with using the Medicube products. So I have a few favorite Medicube products here that I like to use. I have 2 that are new. One I haven't tried yet. So I'll do you know, using it with the sheet mask using the Booster H mode. Of course, I think you could use even the microcurrent mode over a sheet mask. From the old Booster H here, I found that this worked great with a thin sheet mask like the Daily Cica mask, but if you have a thicker sheet mask that's thicker than these are pretty thin, it doesn't work very good over it. So I'll try it with this, and then I'll try another sheet mask and see if that works. So I'll let you guys know about that. But we'll do like a evening Medicube facial. And what I did this week when I first used this device, I used all Medicube products. I got their new Collagen Glow Booster Serum Bundle. It came with 2 of these. They have a really big sale right now. Like some things are up to 70% off with my code. But so this serum, I do like it. I think it's really nice, but I'm not really a fan of the fragrance in this. I didn't react to it, but however, I will demonstrate it for you and test it again. I got a double pack of that. So I have to test this a little bit more, because see if I don't like it, then I'm gonna give away the second one and probably this one, but let me test it a little bit more before then. It's just the fragrance that bothers me in it. It's pretty strong, like the Collagen Bubble Serum. That's one of the reasons why I don't like the Collagen Bubble Serum is the fragrance. And then I don't like the way that feels on my skin. It feels so sticky. Now, my absolute favorites from them are, I'm going to show you these 3 products, and these are from the collagen line. I love their collagen line. I think that is a really nice line to look into. Now, we all know that collagen doesn't stimulate collagen growth. It's really great for hydration in the skin. It's an underrated hydrator. So my absolute favorite product from them is their collagen night wrapping mask. Instead of using, you know, an occlusive product to skin slug, I like to use this when my skin is feeling dry and dehydrated. I put this on over my moisturizer and it just locks everything in, and then I just peel it off in the morning. And if you don't want to peel it off, you can wash it off, but I love this, so we'll use this week. I have a video demonstrating these products, by the way. but we'll do it again this week. I love their collagen jelly cream and their triple deep erasing cream. I like to mix these together and I used to use my Booster H to penetrate them into the skin for a treatment, but we'll do it with the Booster Pro. And then their new release is the Deep Vita C Capsule Cream. So we'll use this, and I want to do this Deep Vita C mask as well. I haven't used this yet. I brought it with me to my vacation. I went to Tahoe last weekend with friends. We took Misha with us, and I brought that just in case I needed to use it, but I didn't have time to use it. So we'll do that. And then, so this water cream is pretty cool. It's like a water cream with these vitamin C capsules in it. I haven't tried it yet. I have some here on the lid. Do I have a spatula near me? I thought I had one here. I don't have one here, and I don't want to touch it because this is going to go back into the product. Oh, you know what? I have my my silicone wand here from when I used the collagen jelly cream for the treatment. So it's a nice light gel, and this has a very slight hint of, to me, it kind of smells like grapefruit, but it's like a water gel. So we'll try this in a treatment too and see how that goes. I scratched my hand there, so don't mind that. But it feels really nice on the skin. It feels really cooling. Ooh, I'm excited to try this. It feels really, really good. Okay, we'll probably have to use this week for our facial. But so we'll try that. Yeah, that feels good. It feels very, very hydrating. So this does contain niacinamide in it. So if you are sensitive to niacinamide, you will want to avoid this. But the ingredient deck looked really good on it, so I picked it up. It's very interesting looking. So when you dip your spatula in there, you get some of the vitamin C capsule in there, and you mix it together and you put it on your skin like a moisturizer. So we'll have to try that. So I just wanted to go over those products with you. Those are my favorites because Medicube is having a big sale, and we're going to be using these in our treatment too. I don't use the Medicube products every day. I prefer them to use them sort of as a facial in a treatment. However, the way this feels, I'll have to see, because I love the way that this felt on my skin going on. It feels so nice and hydrated, and it's not sticky whatsoever. And the scent dissipated. So we'll play around with these. I mean, Medicube skincare, in my opinion, can be hit or miss. You know, I know, like, I have a lot of friends that really love Medicube skincare, and their sales are so great. And I mean, you can get everything on there. And I see a lot of creators were promoting to use this with their HR. I think it's their glutathione serum. I didn't pick that up. You know, I love my products that I use on my skin. I love my Osmosis. I love my Victoria DM peptides. Those are my everyday products. I love my Isden creams. And then I like these for like to do like a fun facial or a hydration treatment, not for my everyday skincare. And I just find that my skin fares well with using my current skincare routine on an everyday basis versus these products, because they're more targeted towards my aging concerns versus these products. But however, I have friends that use them and their skin looks gorgeous, and they go crazy when Medicube has a sale. So that's my honest opinion. I think that it's worth a try to, you know, look into some of these to see if they are for you. Because you can't beat their sales, and they are in the affordable price range. You know, so there you go. All right, so you guys are going to go into the demo. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm sending you all so much love and light, and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye. Aloha everyone, and welcome to the demo of the Booster Pro by Medicube. So I'm going to show you how I plan on using this device for the next 30 days. One thing that I just found out, which was nice, is I did connect it to the app, and it It saved all my treatment information in here that I've already done. So, so we're gonna start off with the air shot mode. So I'm gonna go into that right now. So I'm gonna turn it on, and you just press and hold the power button, you turn it on, and I can actually connect it to my app, which I just did. And here is my app. So I'm going to change the mode to
Level 1, Derma shot mode. Level 1, air shot mode.
Air shot mode. And as I did that, look, when I go through the different modes with the app,
Microcurrent mode.
it changes the color.
Derma shot mode. Level 1. Air shot mode. Level 1.
And this is an actual blue light. It's aqua light, by the way. And then you can change, through the app, you can change your different colors that you choose to use with this. The only color that you cannot access just through the tool itself without the app is the purple light. But we're gonna just use the LED lights that are preset on it. And you can also change the levels, which I'm going to put the screen recording up here. You'll see. So with this mode, you're going to use the edge of the device on the larger areas. So you're going to put it at an angle. And when this is not touching your skin, it stops. Okay. When it touches your skin, it will start off. There is a slight vibration on here too. It's very light and very gentle. It's not annoying. It's not too strong. So for your smaller areas like your nose, around your eyes, in between your brows here, around the mouth, you're going to use just the tip right here. So I have mine on level 1, and when you're using it around the mouth, around your eyes, you want to stick between levels 1 and 2, and you can go up all the way up to level 5 on the rest of your face. When I did this the other day, I started out level 1 and it was awesome. So I am going to try level 2 today. So this mode I will only be using twice a week. So I'm going to use it today, and I'll probably use it again on Wednesday or Thursday. So to change the level, you just press the power button right there. So we'll do level 2. And I'm going to start right here, right under my orbital bone. And I'm just going to take this, and you can feel it like zapping. So what this is going to do is this is going to exfoliate your skin, and it creates little micro channels in the skin, like micro needling, for product absorption, exfoliation, and to help your pores. Also, what it does is it helps keep your pores clean and helps minimize the appearance of your pores. So if you have peach fuzz on your skin, you may smell that burning sensation. I try to keep this away from my hairline. And actually what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna put on my headband so I don't get my hair, my other pieces of my hair in it. So we start off right there. So
1 minute passed.
This kind of feels like it kind of grabs the skin just a little bit, but it's not bad. It doesn't hurt. Of course, I'm only on level 2, and I can feel a little prickliness, and it's tolerable. It's much better experience than the original air shot. So I did shave my skin my face on Wednesday, and I don't really have much peach fuzz. I do have a little bit of growth that I can feel, but I'm not smelling a burning sensation. So I'm going to use the other edge and do this cheek. And you just do taps. I've seen some where they just drag it all the way across like that. That's not a good way to use it. You just want to just like feather it with the edge there.
Minutes passed.
So the aqua light is supposed to help with calming the skin and inflammation. Okay, now I'm going to take the tip here and I'm going to go in between my brows. And when you do in between your brows, you want to take that tip and you go like a zigzag right here. And sometimes what I like to do is instead of the zigzag, because I have a large pores here, so I like to move it up and get in here a little bit more. And then you take the tip, just the very tip, and you just go down your nose like this.
3 minutes passed.
And then you can take the edge and come underneath here. And then I take the tip and go on the sides of my nose. Okay, now I'm gonna do my forehead. So I'm just gonna take the edge and then come above my brow to the next area. And I keep it away from my hairline. And then I have to go up here. So I did use the Osmosis Purify Enzyme Cleanser. That doesn't work very well. Before I did this treatment, just it has enzymes in it to kind of help break away the dead skin cells.
4 minutes passed.
Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch it down to
Level 3.
level 1.
Level 5. Level 1.
And I'm just gonna go use the tip and just kind of come up underneath my eyes. And over here on the sides. And you can do a little bit here on above your brow too if you want. Okay, now I'm gonna do above my lip. Okay, over here on my chin. On the chin, it says to do it in a zigzag. I just use the edge like this. I find it's easier for me than doing that zigzag.
Session complete.
So that was 5 minutes. Of course, we're gonna do more because I, you know, I'm demonstrating, so it takes a little bit longer. So I'm gonna turn it back on. I accidentally turned it off.
Booster.
So it's connecting to my app again, and I'm gonna go to
Microcurrent mode. Derma shot mode.
air shot mode again.
Level 1.
And I'm gonna go back and finish up my chin here. Okay, now I'm gonna keep it on level 1 and I'm gonna go on my neck. So first I'm just gonna come up under here underneath my jaw. On this side. And then I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna just go down like this on my neck. And you want to avoid your thyroid with this. So you can't use this under your neck, or in the center of your neck is what I'm trying to say. Misha's right next to me, by the way, and she's snoring. Okay, so that is the air shot mode. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn this off. and I am going to put on my skincare. So all my products are safe to use right after this. I am using the osmosis serums, and they're safe to be used right after this because those are meant to be penetrated into the skin, even the retinaldehyde. But if you are using any actives such as acids, you know, certain retinoids and like tretinoin, I wouldn't put them on after you use this. I would use those on another time. Like if you're doing this at night, then you can use them the next day. If you're doing this during the day, I still would avoid putting it on at night, but you be the judge of your skin. I've seen others who are reviewing this device. They say that they go in with their retinoids right after, but it's up to you and it's your skin. You know your skin best. You can do a test patch and see. So I'm going in with the Victoria Deanne Pepti Lift, by the way. My skin has been doing so well with the hydration levels that I'm not using as many Victoria Deanne drops of the Peptis, and my serums have been, it feels like now it seems like I'm using too much. My skin's not like absorbing these like crazy lately, and I think it's because of the new osmosis serums. And then I have been drinking a gallon of water every day. I'm really good about my water intake. When I'm at work, I take a gallon insulated jug with me because I do work out in the morning and I sweat a lot. So drinking that gallon of water is sufficient for me. So my skin's hydration levels have drastically improved, but some of the osmosis serums have that ingredient called ecotin or ecotoin. And what ecotoin does is it helps your skin improve its hydration levels. This is Peptitone, by the way. And I really have noticed a difference. When I put on my moisturizer, I'm using less than what I was before. So that is awesome. So the osmosis serums really do help boost your skin's hydration. And when you've been using them for a little bit, they have it in Rescue and their retinaldehyde serums, that ingredient. You will notice that you're going to be using less of your moisturizer. So this Peptitone, I put it all over. Love Peptitone. But yeah, I'm really loving that for my skin and having to use less moisturizer. It's so nice. It saves money. So I'm going to go in with Pepti Elastin. I'm almost out of this. I got to open my new one. I think my new one of this, one of my backup Peptis, I can't remember if it's Elastin or Procol, but it's the new formula because it's in the smaller bottle. So since we have freshly exfoliated skin, we can lean towards that 1 minute mark with my Peptis. So by the time I get down to my neck and chest and put these on, it's safe for me to go ahead and start putting on the next Pepti instead of waiting an additional minute after. So my skin does feel a little bit tingly, but it looks pretty good so far. I just really noticed a difference right after. The texture on my forehead just looks so smooth and my pores look minimized. So we'll see what happens after 30 days. So I took 2 drops. That's going to be enough for my whole face. my last one that I'm going to use is I'm going to use Pepti Repair, because the air shot mode is like micro needling. So it'd be a good time to go in with your Pepti Repair and a growth factor or a growth factor right after. You have those open channels, so it'll really get in there with your skin. I'm going to use both repair and a growth factor, because I am testing the stem factor from Osmosis. So I'm going to go in with 2 drops again. And I really hope that this helps with my pores right here. That's my forehead, and right in between my brows are the areas where my pores are the largest and they bother me. My pores right in here have significantly minimized, and since I've been using the Osmosis Rescue, I do notice a difference in my pores where they're not as noticeable as what they were before. So it's doing a good job at keeping my pores nice and clean and not filling up with oil as much, so they look less apparent. And then let's see, so this is Pepti Repair. I love Pepti Repair. It's amazing. This might be the new formula, but it's still in the glass bottle. It feels like this one is a bit more moisturizing than the original one. Okay, so there's my Peptis. So those are all done. So now we're gonna go into my Osmosis serums. I forgot my mist. Let me grab that really quick. It's right over here. All right. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the Osmosis Stem Factor. So I'm going to take 2 pumps, because I put this on my neck and my chest. Put it around my eyes, all over my chest. So I have been really liking the Osmosis Stem Factor. I think that Stem Factor is great for those of you who, can't use Neogenesis or any of the other ones, or you don't want to spend like 200 plus on a growth factor. It's great to use as a maintenance growth factor for someone who's been on a growth factor for a long time and you just want to maintain. I think that's what Stem Factor MD is great for. Of course, if you're doing like micro needling and you're using a growth factor, I would go for something like the plated or Neogenesis, because they have better, or anti-age is the favorite one for micro needling. There's just something about their growth factors that really do wonders for the skin after micro needling versus like the Neogenesis, the plated, and the other one I was trying to think of. The anti-age is my favorite one to use after micro needling. I also like the placenta peptide complex from XO8. That's a professional only product. But growth factors are kind of personal. So if you don't like, them having either animal conditioned media or human conditioned media, then you want to look outside the box and look for plant stem cell serums. ZO's growth factor is a plant stem cell. So anti-age, Osmosis, Neogenesis, and plated all use human conditioned media. Which is it? The XO8 placenta peptide complex, they also have that in their serums as well. That comes from the sheep placenta, and then I think calicum comes from deer placenta. So if you're not, comfortable with, that type of growth factor, then look for like a plant based growth factor. Human and animal conditioned growth factors and stem cell serums do work better on the skin, in my opinion, but I understand that there's a lot of people who are not comfortable with using them. And if you have a history of skin cancer, if you have precancerous lesions, then you want to make sure that you are looking for an oncology safe growth factor. The stem factor is, and I know Neogenesis is. I'm not sure about the other ones, and the reason being is that those ones that are oncology safe can cause those cancer cells to multiply. So you just want to be careful with your growth factors. Most dermatologists, if you have been diagnosed with skin cancer, they'll say don't use it. But most of the time, people who have had skin cancer or, precancerous lesions, the two that I would recommend would be stem factor or Neogenesis, especially if you've had, scarring. The stem factor and catalyst AC11 is great. Neogenesis is great for scarring. Neogenesis even has a spray that if it's, post-scar or post-surgery, gosh, I can't talk. What's wrong with me? Post-surgery that you can spray on your incision to help with the scarring. So now we're going to go in with my cocktail of my serums. So I'm doing Catalyst MD, Correct MD, and we're going to do a Rescue MD. I cocktail these together because it's easier for me, and I'm going to take 6 sprays of the infused mist, and I make this little cocktail in my hand to thin out the serums and mix them together. And I'm going to apply these 360 all over my face, around my eyes, my lids. And so it's going to be a long video. So in my plan of using the Booster Pro, I'm not going to use the EMS mode on my face. I just don't like EMS on my face. I have thin skin and I worry that it's going to damage my skin. EMS is not a thin skin girl's best friend. If it's too strong, it can cause broken capillaries. Also, I don't want it to cause any issues with the muscles in my face because EMS is designed to use for the muscles on the body to help relieve tension. But your muscles on your face are different than the muscles on your body. The muscles in your face are attached to the skin. They're not attached to bone. They respond differently to electrical current. And even though that this device is optimized to use gosh, those absorb so beautifully in my skin. I don't even really need to penetrate them, but we will. This is optimized to use on your facial skin. I still don't like it, but however, I will use it here on the sides of my neck, my traps, and right here to release that tension. But I'm not going to use this on my face. I'll use it underneath my jaw. That's as far as I will go. I just don't want this to, cause any broken capillaries. Even though it's not as strong as the original DermaShot, I don't want to take that risk, okay? I'm not going to do that just to promote a device. I'm just telling you this is how I'm going to use this device and what works best for my skin. So there we go. So I'm going to go in with my Osmosis infused mist, but let me turn on my Booster Pro.
Booster mode, level 1.
And it's going to be automatically on booster mode. I'm going to bump it up to level 2, and we are going to work this serum into my skin. Now, this is so much better of a user experience than the Booster H, in my opinion. I just really, really like this. I just wish I could use it all over. So with this, I like to go in these circling techniques. Medicube calls it watering, and their demonstration is you go one way and then you go back this way in circles. But I just pretty much just, you know, use it how I want to use it. And this is boosting, and I use it on my forehead just like this, back and forth. The glides is booster, this is watering, and then you have focus where you hold it for 1 to 2 seconds on an area to really penetrate that product into those problem areas, like where you have wrinkles, okay? And you can use this mode twice a day for 5 to 10 minutes. You just can't use it on the center of your neck and your chest. So on my forehead, it does feel a little bit bitey because I am just using it with serums. If I had a thicker serum, it probably wouldn't feel as bitey. So I'm gonna just hold it right here and let it focus. And then I'm gonna turn down the intensity.
Level 3, level 4, level 5,
to level 1. And I'm just gonna take the tip and work that osmosis serums into my eyes here. Don't put this directly on your eyelid over your eyeball. Okay.
2 minutes passed.
And do the same thing over here. Okay, and then I'm just going to come down the tip of my nose. Okay, I'll do my mouth. Still at level 1. Remember, around the eyes and your lips, your mouth, you want to use it at level 1. And then anywhere where you have wrinkles, you can do that focused movements. Like if you have crow's feet, you can sit here and hold it. Okay, so now we're gonna do my neck. Oh, I should do under the jaw. And then I'll just do my neck really quick.
3 minutes passed.
I wish I could use this on the center of my neck like the My Skin Buddy. But this does really make your skin glow. And you can use booster mode, microcurrent mode, and the DermaShot mode with your moisturizers too. So, which is pretty cool. So you don't have to use a conductive gel with this. Let's go down here a little bit more. Okay, so that's booster mode. I'm just going to take a little bit more of this and I'm just going to massage my serums into the skin. Okay, so next what we're going to do is I'm going to apply my moisturizer and I'm going to use microcurrent mode. So for booster mode, I'll be using that twice a day, morning and evening. For microcurrent mode, I'm going to use it probably every other day in the evening only. There's just a lot of electricity all the time. So for your air shot mode, you can use that 2 to 3 times a week. You just want to make sure that you skip 1 or 2 days in between. Booster mode, you can use it 3 times a day, 5 to 10 minutes for product penetration. Microcurrent mode, they say that you can use it 3 times a day. I wouldn't do that. Dermashot mode, they say that you can use that 3 times a day. I wouldn't do that. That is just way too much. So I'm gonna go in with my DEJ eye cream. So we'll put this on first. And I got a little dried piece of it there. And I put this all around my eyes and on my lids too. So yesterday when I filmed that Get Ready With Me, my eyes were so puffy from the air quality here. The air quality is still terrible, but I'm not as congested as what I was before. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put on my Dalba First Serum Spray. Love this stuff. I love the scent of this. It's very light and refreshing. So I'm gonna do a little bit of that. And then I'm gonna take some of my moisturizer and I'm gonna use a little bit more because we're gonna use the microcurrent mode to penetrate this into the skin. And you wanna have slip. Now you can go in with the collagen jelly cream. You can go in with the deep vitamin C. You can use the HR conductive gel if you'd like. You can use a conductive gel with the microcurrent. So the microcurrent in this is mainly focusing on fine lines and wrinkles and volumizing the skin. So skin plumpness and fine lines and wrinkles. With your Dermashot mode, that's the one that you can use in Lift and Tone. I was watching this video with the creator of the Booster Pro from Medicube. This famous YouTuber, I think her name is Uni. She interviewed him and it's all in Korean and there's subtitles to it. I'll put it down below. And they were saying that for those of you with skin, those of us with thin skin, that they would recommend the microcurrent in here. And for thicker skin, for plumpness and lines, they were recommending the Qure. The Qure uses high frequency and ultrasound for collagen and stimulation. They say that this is microcurrent. However, I'm not so sure if this is real microcurrent. It doesn't feel like it to me, but I love what it does for my skin. So it makes my skin look so plump and juicy, and it really plumps up those lines. So let's go ahead and go into microcurrent mode. Another thing that you can do, is if you're going to use this throughout the facial, on all 4 modes. For your first mode, you always want to start out with the air shot mode. And remember, you only use that 2 to 3 times a week. You can go into the app and customize your LED light to get more benefits of more time of the LED on your skin. So for me, like if I wanted to use, red light therapy, after I do my air shot mode, I'll go into the app, change the LED to red LED light, and I'll use it for the booster mode, microcurrent mode, and then if I was going to use the Dermashot mode, I would use it for that too. So there's something that you can do. So now let's get in here. So what you do is you just take this and you make glides. You go over each area twice. But what I was saying is when I was watching that video, the YouTuber didn't use the Dermashot mode and she just focused on the other modes, and her skin did look really good and she looked lifted. There's a video where she did clinical trials. Of course, she was paid to review it with Medicube. So I am just using level 1, and you can use this right underneath your eyes too, like this. And you can use it over your eyes like this. So when you use it on your forehead, I go out just like this. And I'm just gonna focus it here a little bit. I'll go up right here. Then I'll come over here. But as you can see, I mean, you could use this every day if you wanted to, but I'm going to use it every other day in the evening after my booster H mode. Just because I know my skin and I don't want to, you know, overstimulate it and have my cells buzzing with all that energy without a break in between. Because remember, more isn't always better and stronger isn't always better. So I'm just gonna kind of come down here a little bit. Okay, so now I'm just gonna do my jaw. Underneath it. And then I'll use it on my neck. So for my neck, I'm just gonna go out to the side, just like this. Kind of do.
2 minutes past.
And you wanna make sure that you avoid your thyroid, okay? I cannot stress that enough with this device. So again, this is for line care, fine lines and wrinkles, and volume. So skin plumpness. This is how I like to use it. And of course, I mean, you can go up too after you do those side moves if you want to focus more on your lines. But you don't really get any lift from this. I mean, we can try it, so let's try it. I do feel it contracting my muscle there. You get a little bit of lift.
3 minutes past.
Okay, we can try bumping it up to level 2, and let's see if we can get some lift. Since I'm not using the Dermashot mode on my face. And by all means, if you don't have sensitive skin, if you don't have thin skin, if you don't have broken capillaries, then you can just go ahead and go for it and try the Dermashot mode. But if you have skin like mine, I wouldn't recommend it. Microcurrent mode on this is mainly just to work in the skin. All right, so next, last mode, let's do the Dermashot mode. So I'm gonna grab the collagen jelly cream and I'm gonna put it right underneath here on my jaw. I put it on the sides of my neck and my traps. So this is a nice thick cream that's perfect to use with the Dermashot mode. So let's see. And then I'm just gonna wipe it off after I use it here. It won't interfere with the rest of my skin. Just that the moisturizer that I have on right now, it's already penetrated into my skin and I don't want to spray any mist over it. Actually, I'm not just use my fingers. And this is a nice thick consistency and it's really, really hydrating that I think it's great to use with that Dermashot mode. So Medicube promotes using microcurrent mode and then dermashot. I would do the opposite too. You can use the microcurrent mode to flesh out your skin and help with any lactic acid that you'll get in your skin after the dermashot, because the dermashot, you know, it's strong, contracts the muscle. So you're going to get lactic acid in that muscle, just like if you're working out, when you contract that muscle and, you know, you're really sore the next day. That's not only muscle tears, but it's also, you know, you get a lactic acid built up in those muscles. Okay. All right. So now let's go into the dermashot mode. So we're going to go through the modes.
Level 1.
So there it is. So the speaker is somewhere here on the handle, and sometimes I cover it up. So I'm going to go into level 3 for my jawline, and then I'll show you, well, let's do level 1 first. I liked level 3 because I see a little bit more, because this is a stronger muscle to work through. What was I going to tell you? I was going to tell you something. Sorry, I'm off. Okay, so here we go. So this, you feel it, and it feels like tapping on the skin. So you're supposed to go out, and then you hold it for 2 seconds. So I definitely feel that muscle contracting. But let's try level
2.
3.
Level 3.
So this actually feels a little bit better to me than level 1 on my chin. It feels more like a massage. I feel it all the way up in my ear. Okay, so now let me try it on my neck here. So I'm gonna go. Ooh, did you see that? Wow, that's a big jolt. I have to turn that down. I don't like that. Okay, let's do level 1. So I'm gonna go right here. Ooh, see, that's my shoulder tensing up. Look. Ooh. Okay, so I'm gonna go right here and work on this muscle. That, see how strong that is? Okay. Oh, shoot. So just so you guys know, keep your hand away from the buttons, okay? I always do that. So now I'm gonna work my trap. So I can really feel that in my trap at level 1. This is what I like this for. So let's try level 2.
Level 2.
So level 1 is a quick tapping motion. Level 2, it's a little bit slower. Level 3 is definitely a lot slower. So let me go in level 3 back here, because it's big muscle. Okay, I will not use level 3 over my collarbone. No way. So let's go into level 1. Okay, so you're gonna go like this, right underneath your collarbone, back and forth. Hold for 2 seconds, and then you're gonna do it again.
1 minute passed.
Hold for 2 seconds, and then you come above, back and forth, and on your back, hold for 2 seconds. Then again. Okay, now let's do this. So I like this for the sides of my neck, because the sides of my neck, I have a lot of issues with my sternomasculoid, because I got a lot of stuff going on in my upper back and my shoulders. And I've been having a lot of pain in my neck lately. It's the stress of, you know, starting a new job. So I'm going to switch it to level 3. Stress of my new job. It's creating a lot of tension in my upper body. And this last week from being in the car for 4 hours one way, 4 hours again at home. Really took a toll on my body, and I haven't been consistent with my block therapy this week. Okay, I'm going to use that again right here because that really feels really good. Whoa. This side is definitely more tense than the other side. It's the craziest thing. See, do you want that big jerking on your face? No way. Okay, so now let's do our collarbone. So you'll probably feel this more on your left side versus your right side because, you know, the left side's the side of where the heart is.
3 minutes past.
I feel this all the way down into my shoulder. Okay, so that's all I'm going to use the DermaShop mode for. And I'm not going to use that 2 to 3 times a day. I'm not going to use it twice a day. I'm only going to use it a couple times a week to work on my neck muscles. And they do feel better, but I do not want that on my face, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a cloth, and I'll just use this wet cloth, and I'm going to remove that collagen jelly cream. Okay. And there we have it. That is how I plan on using the Medicube Age R Booster Pro. So I hope that you found that this demonstration was helpful. I think my skin looks really, really good. I will wait probably a few minutes here, and I'll film my intro to this video so you guys can see what my skin looks like after. But I did take a before video, so maybe when it calms down a little bit from not being so red, I'll do an after video, and then we can compare it at the beginning of this video. So, all right, so I'll try to jump on here this week for one of my treatments, and we'll do one of my treatments will be with using the Medicube products on demonstrating that with you in case you're interested in using them. We'll do like a Medicube facial. I love to use the Booster H with the Daily Cica mask. So we'll try the Daily Cica mask with the Medicube Booster Pro and see how that goes. And yeah, so that is it for this video. I'm sending you all so much love and light. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Have a beautiful week ahead, and I hope to see you mid-week. Mwah.